Welcome to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services.
This show focuses on sharing good news and powering the good in our community. Now here's your host, City Current CEO, Jeremy Park.
Welcome back to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference and powering the good. And that's why we're honored to be with Angie Brantley. She is the founder and executive director of TenThirtyFive. How are you doing, Angie?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, we get to talk about the power of clothing and purpose and helping young women. There's a lot to unpack, but let's start with a little bit of background. What led you to launch TenThirtyFive?
So I think it's a combination of a couple of things. Thinking in high school, a lot of us have let other people determine our worth, and realizing that I had done the same. Fast forward several years into college and finding, what I call my tribe and people, and realizing that, a lot of youth the same age needed to be encouraged through that season of life. Ended up working for a juvenile court judge for 6 years, and again, saw several girls that were making decisions based on the people they were with, all of those things. So I chatted with a friend, and I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and we walked through what could be a hub of a place where youth and young women could come and be reminded of their worth and finding confidence in Christ and who they were created to be. So that we went from there, and that led to TenThirtyFive. We knew that clothing was going to be an open door for a bigger conversation. So we needed something to be enticing, and new shoes usually does that for girls. So yeah.
Well, it's a conversation starter for sure, but it allows you, just like you're talking about, to build a relationship, to pour in. And so there's a much higher purpose than the clothing. And so when you talk about TenThirtyFive, go ahead and talk about the mission and the purpose.
Yeah, our mission is to provide confidence-building resources for at-risk youth and women through mentorship and fashion. So again, that just looks like an open door. We have thrift stores, which we've created for them to shop for free, and they get a wardrobe 4 times a year. We also have other components, which we call Sharing Hope and Spreading Hope, which is a mobile boutique. So that's outfitted to take clothing to the programs where transportation is a barrier. We've also plugged in to about 12 Metro Nashville and Wilson County schools to provide those resources to them through resource closets and things like that. So, yeah.
When you talk about this, there's a process involved. And so let's start with where you source the clothing, the shoes. So talk about that side of the operation.
Yeah, thankfully, everything is donated. So women in the community, other nonprofits, we have churches, other boutiques. So if you get returns and things like that, everything is donated. So we have filled what is now 2 stores, going on 3 with gently used clothing. So because of that, we are able to offer that to the youth and women that we serve for free.
When you look at the donations, talk about any sort of specifics, sizes. What are the popular sizes, colors, what sort of dresses? I know that prom dresses, that plays a role too. So talk about all the different items, and obviously even seasonal wear.
Yeah, of course. In the beginning, we had suits and those kind of things. We realized that a lot of the recipients that we see, they need every day. They want jeans, they want active wear, they want tennis shoes, maybe a good pair of sandals, that kind of thing. So we're encouraging them now to kind of create a capsule wardrobe if they can. So those are the basics, maybe a black blazer, maybe a cream t-shirt, dark denim, white denim, just a handful of pieces that they know they can go to in their closet and grab from there. But we need all sizes, extra small to 4X. Usually the plus sizes are something that we are desperately in need of. So we also, you mentioned prom dresses. So that's been a need of ours. That is growing, and we actually are opening a second Nashville location to specifically offer prom dresses. So we will definitely be needing more of those. We've started with, I think right now, probably 300 to 400, but we would like to consistently offer those to the students, especially in Metro Nashville schools and whatnot. So yeah, a little bit of everything.
Well, and then carry that into what that allows you to do. So talk about the relationships, talk about the power, talk about the faith, like talk about the piece of really pouring into the youth, the young women.
Yeah, that's our favorite part. I think that again, we it's not lost on us that clothing is a valuable part and a valuable layer in confidence. But once we're there, we can talk about. So we have educational programs twice a year. We're also developing and navigating through a curriculum and a mentorship program. So that just allows women in the community that are excelling at their craft or career to be able to walk alongside a youth and be able to encourage her with resume writing skills. This is hygiene, social media etiquette, all kinds of things. Just kind of the basics and strengths building. So ultimately, we want her to be able to better identify what her strengths are and how to kind of plug those in and grow from there. So yeah.
What's been the feedback on, let's start with the youth side. So what's been the feedback from them?
Very positive. I mean, we've had a couple that have returned and reached out to say how much this day meant to them. At the least, it's a time where they can be with their friends and they make their own fashion show. Several of them, try on outfits and they are all super excited, but they all leave with some good things that they're able to go home with. We recently partnered with a group that is a detention center in Mount Juliet, and these girls are required to wear uniforms while there. But with bringing the mobile, we were able to give them some outfits that they could wear when they went home. So they just gives them a little bit more peace of mind, knowing when they're gonna, get to go home and see their family. So those are the bigger moments for us, and we truly enjoy.
What about the feedback from the volunteers and the different organizations that you're working with?
Yeah, volunteer. We could not do what we do without our volunteers, and we've had several that have stuck around and become board members, and even some that have become staff. So we just employed our first recipient. She was a recipient, came through the program, and she's now on staff at one of our thrift stores. So our hope is that we can grow in that area, but yeah, it's just, it's definitely a family atmosphere. It's a ministry for everyone involved. When we started, the hope was that we could do what we were doing out of the mobile. But with the option to have the thrift stores, we realized that from those that are coming in to shop to those that are volunteering and of course recipients, it definitely is a ministry and a way for everyone to, connect and kind of encourage each other along the way. So
when you look back on your life, and as you said, sometimes making the choices based on what others are kind of pushing the agendas and, looking at yourself and being confident with who you are and your deep roots and faith, like where you were versus where you are now as a change maker and being able to pour in and see this transformation. How has your life and perspective changed?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I think it's definitely a long road and one that probably all of us are not, we'll never quite get there. But I think it's leaning into faith and letting God, pave the way and decide those next steps. There's so much being thrown at youth these days between social media. There's so many things striving for their attention. So if we can remind them in any way that, there are the things that are secure that they can lean into and find the people that are going to remind you of that. That is the biggest thing that I've learned. Surrounding yourself with the right people, I think is one of the bigger encouraging words I would give to them.
And I think in a larger context, that's exactly what you're doing, right? You're building relationships, building community. You're allowing them access to individuals who can be role models and mentors and, life coaches and just friends for the rest of their lives. And I think that greater sense of having positive influences, especially for youth, where just like you said, so much of what's coming at them is negative, and, trying to pull them in a negative direction, and having people who say, hey, we're here for you. We love you. We support you. We want to see you succeed and thrive, and we're going to help you. I think just those simple actions and letting those worlds collide creates a powerful community that puts people on a positive path. And that's exactly what we need now more than ever. And so talk about how the community can get behind you. How can the community help?
Yeah, volunteering is always a big way that they can help. And I think we have an event coming up June the 2nd, which is our fashion show. It's our fundraiser for the year, but we have 15 recipients and community members that model 1035 fine. So that's a big way that we will be able to progress and fund this new prom dress hub. So yeah, reaching out to us on our website, 1035.net, is a great way as well. So yeah, we'd always love to chat, just find ways that we can get anyone plugged in. People come to us with talents and gifts, and we just try to find a way to use it.
Carry that into some of your goals when you look at the rest of this year and next year, as you mentioned, already looking at opening more stores and more possibilities. What are some of your goals? What's the vision moving forward?
Growth. So we have received many requests for this program and to be able to partner with other programs. So we need more space to be able to do that. We're in, like I said, about 12 Metro Nashville and Wilson County schools, and there's quite a few more this next school year that we would love to plug into and provide this free resource to the students in these schools currently at McGavick, called Raider Retail. It's just a resource closet for them to be able to hop in and get the free stuff. And we'd love to be able to offer that to as many schools as possible.
Touch on that aspect of, I think sometimes you forget in large cities where you see abundance, yet there's so much need. And a lot of times you can't really see it necessarily from the outside in terms of families who are struggling and youth who don't have access to clothes, and they're having to wear shoes with holes in them, and you don't necessarily see the need. But once you start looking, it's like it's there and it's real and it's in your own backyard. And so talk about that aspect of what you're seeing with the students, with the youth in the schools, and how this blessing is really kind of opening some eyes on what the need really is.
Yeah, interesting topic, because I feel like I'm now more aware of that, and that's become kind of the top, one of the top things that we're trying to work through. There should not be a lack for any female, specifically youth in high school, because there is such an abundance of, we throw away 92 million tons of textiles, every year. And I think, that alone, I know in Middle Tennessee, we have very wealthy, communities that if just sharing those resources, again, there should not be anyone that, in our proximity that needs to go to school without shoes on. We just, need to find a way to be able to share those resources and what that looks like. But yeah, it's very eye-opening, and when you realize and you find out that there is such a big need there. And then on the other side, there is, an abundance that, could go somewhere.
Absolutely. Touch briefly on the prom dresses, because we mentioned it a little bit, but dive in a little deeper on that before we wrap up.
Yeah, so just the opening of the prom store, we do prom pop-ups as well. So we can take our mobile to partnering schools, pop up outside, and the students can pick out a prom dress, shoes, accessories, and a bag to go with it for free. So we do need prom dresses, that dress in your closet that you're not sure what to do with, but yeah, we'd love to take it. We even have wedding dresses. We've had recipients kind of, come full circle and come back for a wedding dress for us. So yeah, we would love to accept those.
I think these are very important moments for a young lady. And so it's like you want to make those special. And just like you said, we have an abundance over here. We have those who need these special memories and moments, and why not make those connections? And this is a powerful way to serve together, to be able to live together. So Wrap up with contact information, website, addresses, social media. Where do we go to learn more and get involved with 1035?
Yeah, thanks for asking that. 5.net is our website. You can shop at our thrift stores, 3590 North Mount Juliet Road in Mount Juliet, or 208A McGavick Pike in Nashville. You can find us on social media at 1035 Nashville on Instagram and Facebook.
And so the website again, 1035.net, and that is spelled out. So 1035, so TenThirtyFive.net. Easy place to go to learn more and get involved with 1035. Angie, thank you for all you and your amazing team do to power the good. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services is proud to power the City Current Show. We're a people-first company that protects what matters most, the families, businesses, and trailblazers that keep our community going. As one of the nation's top independent insurance firms, Higginbotham is a single-source solution for business insurance, employee benefits, HR services, and personal insurance that's customized for you. We're here to serve you, the people you care about, and your community. Call 866-377-1959 or visit higginbotham.com.